So today I'm going to be teaching you how to sync in Sony Vegas, and the reason I'm doing this is because I know a lot of people have trouble syncing in Sony Vegas, and this is going to be a really easy how to do it video. So let's start. So here's the song I have.
I've already told you, can't go on like this.
Okay, that's the song. Now we need to find the kind of bass drops kind of thing. So I know there's one right here. So there's definitely one right here. So press M for a marker, then enter, and that will make your first marker. Then there's another one here as well. So M and space or enter. And there's another one here. So I'll be back when I've done all of these markers. Okay, now that we have 60 markers, and they're pretty much repetitive markers. So you got. Pretty much goes like that the whole time. So once you have all your markers set down on the bass drops of your song, you want to add your clip in. So my first clip is going to be a feed, so I'm going to drag the clip in, and you want to click no here, and you want to control and then U, and then that will separate these so you can delete the audio, or if you keep the audio then keep it. But I will make a tutorial on how to make good gun sounds and stuff like that, basically the simple tutorials. So once you have your clip here, it should just be like this, probably like it'll be right here. What you want to do is, say if it has a random beginning bit that you don't want, all you have to do is go to the side here where this kind of thing appears here, trim event start. You want to drag it forward until you have it where you want it, and I want mine to be right here. I want it to start right there. So that will start here. You want to right click, insert remove envelope, and velocity. And now you should have this weird green thing right here, which you probably have no idea what it is. So what you want to do to start off is drag it to the top. Go about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and maybe like 10 frames in. Actually, okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Probably going to go a bit like 5. Double click to add a point. Right click and set to 50% forward velocity. Now you have this slope right here. If you see, you have kind of a slope, and that makes it, if you see, like when it starts, it goes slow like that. See, it kind of looks nice and smooth. And once you've done that, click on the number 1, and then what you want to do is drag your clip so your trick shot or kill lines up with it. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to put it so it's right here, so it's a little before it, and I'm going to right click here about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, right click, add point, add one in the middle where the first marker is, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It doesn't have to be 6, this is just what I like doing. And this one right here I'm going to drag all the way to the top, and then this slope right here, right click fast fade and right click slow fade, so it goes like up and then down. And now if we preview it, and you see it's a nice sync. Since you know this is basically the speed. So you see right here it's 50% speed, and it goes up all the way up to 300, then all the way back down to 50. And at the top when it reaches 300 is where he shoots. And I'm gonna keep on doing that. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right click, add point, go on to number 2, add another point, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Add another point, up, and then I'm just gonna look at this. Now you can see he shoots a bit late here, so if I like do the fast fade and slow fade, you see it doesn't exactly sync. So what we're gonna do here is, since it doesn't exactly sync, instead of fast fade, slow fade, we're going to do smooth fade on both of them. And we're going to go right here, and we're going to turn this down until it's at about 200, wait 1 second guys, just replying to your friend. So when it's about 200, it syncs it, since it doesn't exactly sync at there, it syncs like here. So now it's 200, and if we do the thing here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and make one in the middle, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, it's still 6, I was just one behind. Add point, and now if we drag this up until it's about right, about that, it will sync, since if this was all the way up, fast fade, slow fade, it synced about here. So we dragged this one down, so it just made it go a tiny bit faster, but not sync with the kill. So it syncs here, if you get what I mean. And that's how I'm basically gonna be syncing. You kind of see what I'm doing here. And now I'm just gonna sync this one up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Or it doesn't have to be 6, by the way. I'm just doing this for an example, so you can just go like here. It doesn't matter how many it is. And now you see, since this kill is kind of a weird kill, I'm gonna see. You see, he shoots in the middle here, and even if I fast fade and slow fade this, it still doesn't line up. So what we're gonna do is put smooth fade, and smooth fade, and we're gonna go over here and turn this one down again. So it's right here. He hasn't shot it yet, and now we're gonna go here, here, and then here. Click on this and add it so he's out of the scope. And we can add fast fade and slow fade to this. So you can kind of see what I'm doing here. So the first one here is to make it look smooth, and this one is to make it speed up. So he gets a kill by number 1, and this one slows it down so it's back to 50, and so on and so forth. This speeds it up a bit. This one he doesn't get the kill here, since it's not fast enough, so we put this one so it just speeds it up a tiny bit, but doesn't really do it. And then right here we don't speed up all the way, since it wouldn't get the kill, since this one is helping this one not have to go to the top, and it gets the kill there. And the same with this one, it just speeds it up a tiny bit so it syncs with this one here. And if you want, you can do this thing here. I would do it at the same length so it looks kind of good. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we did that one at 5. So let's add a dot at the end. Bring this all the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry about that. Cool. Right click, add point. Right click, set to 50 like we did at the beginning. And there we go. Here's a one feed synced. And you see, this one goes a bit too fast, so it kind of doesn't look too good. And remember, you don't always need this, and yours will look different since you're probably using a different song. If you're not using one and you want to use the one that I'm using, it's called like Opia Folding Wevin Wheaton remix. I don't know, but you saw it. And another thing you want to do to make them look good is right click, go to properties, and disable example, so it looks fresh, not blurry. Now that we have this feed synced up, we're going to sync up the trick shot. So I'll show you guys the trick shot. Control U, or you have to click on it first. Control U to do the audio, and here's the trick shot. So that's the trick shot we are going to be syncing, and I don't want it to be all the way here, so I'm going to drag it back a bit, and I want it to start right here. So there we go, and drag this one right next to it, like that. And then you're going to do a velocity and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that one. Add point, put this all the way up, and put this one to 50. And if you want, you can fast fade and slow fade that, but I prefer to keep it at a smooth fade since I feel like it looks better. That's how to make it. Then right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, or we can just make this one like right here, then here, and then here. Make this one go up like before we did over there. Fast fade and slow fade it. And 1, 2, 3, oh, actually it doesn't matter. And you can go here, do this just to speed it up even more. Fast fade, slow fade. And has he shot yet? Yeah, he's already shot, so you guys know what we're gonna do. We're gonna smooth fade it and smooth fade it, turn it down a bit so it's like this, and then we're gonna add a little kind of slope slash curve here, so it syncs up, so the bullet when he shoots syncs up with number 8. So this is what it looks like. So you got a nice sync there, and we're gonna do it here as well. Do that, put it all the way up, fast fade and slow fade since we're not syncing it to anything. And at number 10, I'm gonna split the clip by pressing S on the keyboard, or you can right click and split right there. I'm gonna drag it back like I showed you before when you want it to start, and we're gonna drag it to where the kill cam is, since we don't want all the waiting time. So we're going to drag this back, and you see here, since you can't directly do it, you're going to add one right here, then add one right here, make this one go up, and also make this one go up. See what I did right there to make that go up, and we're going to fast fade and slow fade it. So it gives it a nice transition other than the smooth one. It gives it a smooth transition instead of just a non-smooth one. And with 11, since this is another marker where the base drops, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Gonna go double click here, and since this one is actually the kill cam, instead of putting it at 50%, I'm gonna put it to a normal percent, which is 100. Since it is a kill cam, it automatically slows it down a lot, so I'm not gonna put it to 50. Add my markers. Put it up again, fast fade and slow fade it. The fast fade and slow fade just makes it go faster than the normal smooth fade. And do it here as well. You guys basically get what you're doing now, I think. And you see again, he's already hit it by the next marker, since there's not one here. And there's no way that we could sync it there. We need to sync it with this one, the marker. And so if we turn this down a bit and smooth fade it so it doesn't go as fast, it might work. Yeah, that's about right. You see, you got a nice sync there. Sometimes you actually have to turn one off so it will sync, but that doesn't matter. That's just what you have to do. So you got a nice sync there. Then you can make this one the same. Oh, did not mean to do that. That's because I clicked on the middle here instead of the dot. Put that up, fast fade, and slow fade. And that is it. So I'll show you guys what we have. So yeah, that is what we have. This is how you sync in Sony Vegas 13 or 14. In 14, the max velocity is 1000, so you'll have to set it to 300 instead of actually 1000. So, since the top in Sony Vegas 13 is 300, so you can just drag it to the top, but in 14, you need to right click and then set to 300%. So yeah guys, that's basically how you sync in this. I'll just basically explain to you guys how this works. So what we did here, we made it kind of a slope down, and then here it's 50%. And this curve right here is speeding it up, so when he scopes in, it will line up with this, and when he kills him, it will line up with the marker. And this right here is to slow it down so it gets back to the normal speed, also known as 50%, which is what we put it to back here. And since this doesn't line up here, we're speeding it up a bit with that, so it will, and then we speed this up here so it will line up with this one, since this one isn't fast enough to line it up here, and basically so on and so forth, so on and so forth. So yeah guys, that is how you sync in Sony Vegas 13 or 14. And yeah, if you guys did enjoy, remember to drop a thumbs up, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.